What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about yield nodes. I've seen not as much about this as I would have thought. I've seen a couple videos from some of the smaller YouTubers that are talking about it. If you're not familiar with the concept of yield nodes, let's get into it. So basically, the program in a nutshell: the minimum deposit is 500 euros, which if we were going to do that conversion would be $570. The payout happens every single month. The contract can be canceled after the 6 month. The basic idea is that these guys use what is called master noding. So how does it work? In addition to the advantages of the blockchain as a technology, it is possible to achieve interesting yields by providing computing power and storage space in combination with special software. And you're probably like, is it mining? It is not mining. In recent years, mining is based on proof of work. It's been super popular. They basically do proof of stake, which is what is essentially known as master noding. So it says a master node, like any other full node, is a node server within a network, and full nodes are important because they process transactions and store them in the blockchain. However, a master node operator has rights beyond those of normal full node operator and is required to manage more critical tasks, bringing the operator higher rewards. So they are basically master noding a bunch of smaller tokens and then offering rewards surrounding that. You look at the core team, you got Steve H, you got Ursus, you got Yeager V, and then my boy Dima. And you know he's trustworthy because he's not two but one brow. So that is important. You got testimonials. We got Kusong Jamie. He's a freelance web developer marketing consultant. Many years this guy's working day to day, and now, boom, he can get a higher yield. Great. Who else we got? We got Joe Liu. We got Anna Gorlova. We got Jürgen Bappert. And you know what? Jürgen Bappert's on there, so I trust it. And then finally, you got Taubi. He's a daredevil, an entrepreneur, and he's from Israel. He's a trustworthy guy, this guy. These are some of the things that they are currently working in. I don't know what the hell most of these are, to be perfectly honest with you.
Hey, man, it's a dang old good old deal, man. I tell you what, $100 a month, man, you get them hookups, you get them old...
That I am interested in is what is their average kind of return. It's anywhere between 5 to 15% is what they say. If the returns go below 5%, they pay you back, which is really interesting. As we kind of look through the project, it's like, all right, that's a reasonable amount to return without it being completely skeptical. So
I live in the real world.
What I did is broke out a sheet for you to kind of go over all of this. So if we're averaging 8% returns, just to make things easy, right, and you do want to compound your money, that's what this chart would be right here. So your initial investment would be $1,000, and then if you took all of that money that you made every single month, right, and you reinvested it, after 12 months you would have $2,518.16. It's wild to me that over doubling your money is considered in the crypto world it's considered in the crypto world to be a slim investment, a slim return on profits, just a meager 2.5 times your money over the course of a year. Pretty wild to think about. This does really show the effects of compound interest, though. Now, let's say that midway through, you're like, hell yeah, these returns are smoking. I'm really enjoying this. I'm going to throw an extra $500 at it. So that is exactly what we did here. We threw $500 at it and then continued to let it compound, right? So at the end of that, your total would be $33,1159, which is super interesting. So your total investment here is $1,500 and you have $33,1159. That is pretty remarkable. And then let's say that you decided to go the KFC route.
The new KFC Double Down Chicken Sandwich.
And double down halfway through, that would be reflected here. So your initial investment would be $2,000. You would be left at the end of 12 months. And again, this is 6 months in. So you'd be left with $41,0503. A couple things to note about this project, just so you're not in the dark about it. The second that your money arrives in the account, there is a 7-day waiting period. The waiting period is so that your money can be converted into whatever the smaller coin that they're masternoding is. So that is number one. Number two, you have a 6-month lockup on your money. So let's say that you do like I did, and you put some money in. You cannot touch that money for 6 months. And the same also applies to anything that's compounded as well. So if you put in $1,000, you can't touch that $1,000 for 6 months. Any of the compound that you get is also locked up for 6 months. So just be mindful of that as you're investing. If this is money that you need out really rapidly, this is probably not the project for you. So those are the kind of big things that I, right off the rip, were like, hey, we should probably be aware of that, probably disclose that. And then in addition to that, payouts happen on a monthly basis. In addition to disclosure, I have invested in this project. This is my current investment. You can see that it will be a few days before it happens. I put literally right at $1,000, $1,001.28 into this project. So I'll keep you guys up to date on how this goes after the first month. I'm very excited. I'm very interested. This is more a project of curiosity for me than it is anything else. If it turns out to work really well, awesome. If it doesn't, can't win them all. It's $1,000. So that said, I would be remiss if I didn't.
Bobby, I didn't think I'd ever need to tell you this, but I would be a bad parent if I didn't.
If I didn't at least mention that obviously this is not financial advice. You do whatever the hell you want to with your money. I don't really personally care all that much what you do with your money. Going through the Reddit, into their subreddit, it does seem like, there's a fair amount of people that are actually making money on this project. They're, have you been able to get your money? Yes, of course I've been able to get my money. So 2+ years it's been operating, as far as I can tell. It seems like everyone's fairly happy with this project. So it looks like somewhere in the range of 8%. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is more of a crypto bank account more than anything else. So keep that in mind as you're looking over the project. Do you guys like the project? Is it an interesting project? Are the returns too low for you? They could be. I know a lot of people look to like double their money basically every single month, which I think is ridiculous, but whatever. Does this project seem like something that will last long term? To me, it'll last for a while. I think even the project owners have said that these returns are not sustainable long term, comparative to something like Thor, where you get your money back in 30 days. Does this interest you guys? I don't know. You let me know what you guys think about the project. I'm gonna post a referral link. Please use it with caution. I know nothing about this project beyond what I've given you in the video, so please, please, please be careful. If you have any questions, please ask someone else. I've given you all the information I have. If you guys like the video, please give it a big old thumbs up. And if you like the content, please don't forget to subscribe. This is Dugan Squared, signing off.